All right, y'all. In this video, bro, we got a racist showing his true colors, like they normally do, low IQ activities. They can't help themselves, man. This one happened in Florida. This guy go by the name of Ivan Blanco, which is crazy. But listen, let's get straight into it. But first,
hype me up.
I need that.
Hype me up. What you doing? Look, you're going to jail, dumbass.
Say hello to Ivan Blanco of Right Construction.
This is actually incredible. Ivan won an award at his company for relentless safety. That's just the work ethic Ivan has.
Irony,
When it comes to safety, he is relentless. And when it comes to not safety, he's also relentless.
There's nothing that justifies that sort of violence and racism, but it does not surprise me that in Lee County, the driver was calling the police to tell him that this man already ran him off the road while he's running them off the road again, and the police don't even take a plate number. That does not surprise me. That's the exact professionalism I've come to expect from Lee County Sheriff, at least.
I'm a bitch ass what? What you doing? Look, you're going to jail, dumbass.
Fort Myers, Florida. No, not this place again. Road rage turns violent when this man tries to run another man off the road after calling him the N-word several times. He has been identified. Watch this.
I'm a bitch ass what? Nick, beat your ass. I will. Bitch ass. Come on, I'll beat your I bet you got a gun. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. You over me now, dumbass. Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing. Look, you're going to jail, dumbass.
Yeah, man, that man was tripping, bro. You got to do things like that when you confident, man. You feel like you invincible. You feel like you untouchable, dog. Boy, listen, somebody go touch you. I was about to say something wild. That was going to be Paul's word, bro. But this is some common activities amongst some people that look like him. I ain't going to put that charge on everybody. But, man, we all know that, a lot of people in the Hispanic community got anti-blackness all over them. Now, look, these are the comments from this video. Someone said the company itself have bad reputation, cannot/do not recommend, does not honor contract terms, will attempt to cut corners if left unsupervised, subpar workmanship, damaged existing decking, cut screens and collapsed, cut buried drainage line. This is from November 2024. Let me guess. He's a Christian, a Trumper from Cuba, and we already covered the Florida part. He's 5 feet tall, so he's probably using a booster seat. P.S. Not all Cubans are Trumpers. If you're going to Right Construction Company, you're going to end up in the wrong hands. They only like white people who side on the right, which is why we are in a shithole right now. Who else was hoping he crashed the car into a pole? Yeah, this is crazy. But look, they got an update for this dude.
Ivan Blanco, the racist road rager who was fired from his job at Right Construction for his actions. In the last video, I really went off on Lee County Sheriff Department, and only because they deserve it. Upset about why they haven't done anything to arrest him yet, as this video was tagged originally in Lee County. Lee County Sheriff's Department finally commented this morning on the original video and said, did you report this to police? Again, did you report this to the police is what they asked. The video itself is a man trying to report this to the police while they're doing it again to him. And the text on screen says what's happening. What do you mean? Did he report it to the police?
The good old boy.
And why does it take 2 whole days? 2 whole business days. 2 whole business days to get help for a black man who almost got killed twice? 2 whole business days? If the roles were reversed, I wonder how long it would have taken. I wonder if it would have taken any time at all. Lee County investigated and said, not our problem. They said this wasn't actually in Lee County, it was actually in Hendry County. Okay. So they said they were going to work with Hendry County to, hopefully bring this man to justice, of course, for his actions, which is great and all, but it's what we expect of them and what we expect they would do in response to a crime without it having to go viral. It's not lost on me that there's suddenly this response, suddenly willingness to work with other police stations, figure it out, where this happened, what's going on. Someone talked to the victim only after it went viral, only after the press was negative about it. That's what it unfortunately takes. And that's why we have this. And that's why I'm going to take down my other videos pegging Lee County. Anyway, next will be the mugshot. I have an update on
This is crazy, bro. The police sitting up there playing stupid. And we expect the police to investigate the police sometimes whenever there's evidence of foul play, misconduct, discrimination. Yeah, we're doing an investigation in the department. Like, come on, bro. Let's be for real. We know y'all ain't finna investigate nothing for real. Y'all gonna chalk it up to some bullshit and not give us an update. We're gonna have to keep fighting, and y'all think to yourselves they'll eventually give up. And that's usually what happens, man. But guys, this kind of stuff is common in Florida, man. We got some clips here of people, black people, describing their experiences dealing with racist Hispanics in Florida and things of that nature.
I recently saw a picture of Cuba in 2007, and it was a group of black people, and it just prompted me to think about the Miami Cubans. And I went and I did some research, and I saw that 4 million Cubans identify as either black or mulatto. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a lot of black people. So it made me wonder, like, why are Miami Cubans so racist? Like, why are you guys so racist? I don't understand it. Like, you come from a country with so many black people. How'd you guys get to be so racist? It's almost like Hondurans. Hondurans come from a country with so many black people.
Right.
From, they actually bite off the literal culture of a black group in their country, and they're so racist. But like, the Miami Cubans, like, did you guys leave Cuba because you wanted to escape communism, or you wanted to escape black people? Because like, you guys came here and you just utterly despise black people. I was working with this one lady one time, and she brought a cake that we all pitched in for somebody's birthday. And this other black guy from another team, he came because he wanted a piece of the cake. And she was like, ese negro muerto de hambre no va a comer nada que yo compré. And I'm like, con permiso. And she was like, no, Mimi, tú eres una negra fina. I was like, what?
Now, look, I see some interesting comments about what she's talking about, right? And I'm going to read them out to you. So someone says, because the Miami Cubans are Spaniards, descendants, white people. They left Cuba black and arrived in Miami white. I know black. Cuba was the second to last country to abolish chattel slavery of black people in 1886. Those racist Cubans are descendants of Spaniard conquistadors. After my people in Haiti successfully rebelled and overthrew France, Cuba became the world's largest producers of sugarcane using African slave labor. There you go, man. That's that caste system shit. It's parallel to Mississippi. Like Mississippi being one of the last states in the union to abolish slavery. And you know what happens in Mississippi, man. Every year something crazy. I remember a headline about dozens of black prisoners being found in the back of a prison, buried. Nobody in their family had been informed. And then we had the Nolan Wells situation. One of the last to abolish slavery, though. I'm just saying, the trends are there.
So I seen that video of that girl that came down to Miami, and her friends got racially profiled. And she was like, wait a minute, why are there so many people racially profiling me and talking about my identity? And bro, I have to just laugh, and not at that situation necessarily, but it just overall, as someone who's lived in Miami his entire life, because bro, like I thought I was being gaslighted. I thought I was going crazy when I was in high school and I was going to school with straight Hispanics. And some of the girls literally would not date me because they would cite like, yo, I like you, but my mom wouldn't like you. Like, yo, like I've gone through it down here. Looking back at some of the things that I dealt with my entire life, it's like so laughable now. Like I find it funny. It's like a comedy because like, bro, what is going on down here? Because when you go to other places, like you would assume that some white people like in the countryside would be racist or would, initially identify you as XYZ, racially profile you. And no, that's not the case. I went to Colorado. You feel me? I've been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. Like their racism is a lot more hidden and subtle, but they're very nice to you up front. But like Latinos down in South Florida are, bro, like they're out the gate with it, bro. And to be fair, sometimes I don't even think they realize what they're doing. I feel like it's kind of like embedded in the culture now because, bro, tell me why they have to talk to everybody by their identity. They're like, oh, that person, he was black, right? He was cool, but he was black, but he was really cool. That black guy is Jamaican? Was he Jamaican? Like everybody to them is an identity before they're just a person. Like they don't just meet people. Like they meet somebody and they're like, hey, where are you from? Are you from Chicago? Are you from this place? And it's it's nuts. And to see them even do that to each other, like, oh, you're Latino, right? You're Puerto Rican, so you must be like this. Or you're Dominican, so like your entire personality must be like what my experience is with Dominicans down here. Like they assume everyone is a monolith. It's insane to watch. And listen, if offending other people and calling them names is like a weird term of endearment, which I've known it to be down here in Miami, I think that's something you should keep between you and your friends and your family, whatever. But for me to hear that random people are coming down to Miami and experiencing this, what? Y'all can't even control yourselves in front of like randoms? I didn't even know that was going on. I thought it was just because y'all knew who I was. Like, you feel me? Like, oh, we gonna try it with him. We know this motherfucker. You feel me? We go to high school with him. We go to, we work with this guy. And even then I was still like, yo, this is weird. Like, why do I have to constantly be reminded that I am black, man? Like, I know what I am. But I don't understand why I have to constantly be reminded about it. Like, I'm just a person at the end of the day. That's how I feel about it. What's wild is I'm half Hispanic. I'm actually Dominican. So I saw this story from the inside out. And what's crazy is that people would literally treat me different when they found out my name's Enrique. They're like, oh, you're Enrique. Oh, you're Hispanic. You're one of us. And I'm like, nothing's really changed. My father was black, man. He was born before the Civil Rights era. Like 1937, man. I know my history. Yeah, I'm still black. I'm half Dominican as well. But, you know, just the weird treatment after the fact of like being a lot more friendlier to me when you found out my name's Enrique, you know, very strange. It's always been very strange to me.
Hey, it's like those videos when people find out that you speak their native tongue and they was talking crazy about you, or they just had, you know, a little bias towards you, and then as soon as you start speaking, they like, oh, okay, you different, man, bro. Everybody then experience that if you have that type of capability of speaking another language. I see the videos all the time, but it's real. Like a lot of Hispanic people, especially in the South, they think that they can become honorary white people. I mean, I've seen them try to break their back to appease a white person. I'm talking about will literally push a black or a Hispanic person out the way to go and help a white dude. I'm just like, what the hell, man? Come on, man. You got to chill with the bootlicking, for real.
Okay, I have a question for everyone who lives in Miami, South Florida area. If you do not live in the South Florida area, keep swirling. Okay, now that they're gone, I want to know what happened. Why do the Cubans and Colombians here hate the blacks so much and make it blatant obvious? Like, I do not understand. When I'm in Cali, different Latinos, but me and the Mexicans, great. New York, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, blacks, great. In South Florida, oh my God, the Cubans and Colombians go out their way to be rude, nasty, and racist to us, and I don't understand it. And of course, I'm not saying all. Don't ever get it confused. I'm never saying all. I have some really close friends that are Cuban, love them to death. But the majority is wild. Like, it's so weird to me. And there's so many Afro-Cubans. So I'm like, do you guys treat the Afro-Cubans like this in Cuba? Like, how is this going? Like, they go out their way to be rude, nasty, and racist and let you know in their face. They're damn near worse than the white people that are racist. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I have a homegirl, love her down. She's Cuban. She looks more like a lighter complexion Cuban, but she has like 4C hair. And she even tells me how hard it is for her family. Like, oh my God, it's embarrassing. Straighten. And I'm like, why? But like the other day, I was staying like an hour away from my house in South Florida, so I decided to get a hotel because I didn't feel like driving an hour was going to be at night. The guy at the front desk, so rude, nasty to me. Check-in's at 3. It's like 2:50. I see a Latino woman in front of me check in, and after me, let somebody check in. Nope, you better wait. Blah, 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 blah. And you can't lay on the couch. You can't do this on the couch. I'm like, sir, and I literally just like lean on the couch on the pillow to wait, like on the armrest. I'm like, okay. Then in the middle of the night, I come down to buy something from the store in the hotel. He's like, the store's closed. I'm doing inventory. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can wait. How long will it be? All night. You mean to tell me the store's closed all night? Really? 10 minutes later, I'm in the hallway getting some ice. I see a Hispanic man and woman coming in with drinks. So where'd you guys get it from? Oh, the store downstairs. He said it was closed. Oh, yeah. He just took the rope off and opened it for me because it was just a rope. I'm like, what? Like, and that's just a small thing. I mean, it happens every day. The other day, I'm in Walmart, self-checkout, bringing out stuff. And mind you, I'm bringing out stuff for work. So I got like a lot of little candies and gum, little cheap stuff, like $1 or $2. And the lady's watching me. I can feel her burning into my back. Mind you, it's like eight self-checkout. She doesn't look at anybody else. I'm the only black person there, though. Next thing I know, she runs to the door. I want to check your bag. I said, no, why? Let me check. So she's trying to count every little thing. And I have like 30 little things. All of them are $2 or less. She's counting. I think you missed one. I'm like, nope, it's right here. And then I did 2 separate transactions, so I know she's pissed now. But I'm like, and then another lady comes to the door, another Spanish lady, and she's like, no, you're not doing this to her. You guys kill me every time I come in the store. You guys treat black people bad. My baby's father is black. We're not doing this. And they start arguing in Spanish. So I appreciate her standing up for me, but why do you have to? Mind you, it's a lady to the right of me, a Hispanic lady. Dead ass, I seen her stealing. I ain't dead, I ain't my business. But you so busy watching me, not even watching Shorty over here.
Hey, I'd have been like, hey, you can steal something from me?
Like, I don't know. I just want answers. I just want to know if anyone knows the reason why it's so much division in what the hate is about. Because I don't like that. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? We're all minorities. Let's love each other. Like, what's the problem? You guys let me know. Y'all have a blessed day. Later.
Just stand up right quick, baby. Anyway, look, check this out, dude. Someone in the comment section says, My friend Edith is Afro-Cuban, and people literally denied her heritage and sometimes other Latinos and white Cubans the most. Why she very much looks it, and no one is going to lie of there. They like this in NYC too, though. But you know what, though? I hear that Hispanic people are a little better out there in NYC, and I feel like a lot of prejudice goes away due to proximity. Like a lot of people realize that they was tripping once they get to know a certain group of people, right? But some of these people never be around black folks. A lot of people don't know this, but Florida is very much segregated. Black people live where they live. White folks largely live where they live, and Hispanics largely live where they live. And that's due to the segregation laws and the housing policies and stuff, but it has that trickle down effect. Like if you was to go to like Florida, Miami, black people live in like Overtown. They live in Miami-Dade, Miami Gardens and shit like that. And Hispanic people live over there too. But I don't think those are the Hispanic people that are displaying all of this racism. It's them Hispanic people that live in the city, in Brickell. It's them Hispanic people that live on 8th Street and Calle Ocho, that kind of stuff, bro. The ones that think they better than somebody. They think they white. Shit is crazy. I had this problem in Florida. I asked this Latina for help. She looked at me and walked off. This was my exact experience in San Diego, California. A lot of Mexicans in San Diego, and Mexican has a long racist history. It really does. Something going on in Central Florida. Systemic racism. During mass migrations of different groups of Hispanics to Miami, our communities were fighting for the same jobs, resources, and funding to start business.
But if we're going to use your logic, Black American culture, what is it, y'all? Entirely stolen from white people. Like I said in another video, Cuban culture is more closely tied to, related to, similar to African culture and Africa than Black American culture is. You guys are far removed from Africa. Your entire culture is white people culture that you've adopted and made your own, because that's how culture works.
Well, Miami Cubans have done it again. These people don't care, man. They'll go out of their way to be accepted by the W man and the W class. They are, listen, black people down there have been given reports of those people being so racist. And y'all know that y'all know my family background. I can tell you firsthand that they are super racist, right? They don't like black people. And the thing is, they might be worse than the W man because they're trying their best to be associated with them. So they go out of their way, man, to prove themselves. Like they go real, like super hard in the paint. And, so now there's an issue down there where when Charlie Kirk was on the live, they created like a post on there, the conservative sector, Republican conservative sector. They created this post, and on this post now, they saying a whole bunch of bad stuff about black people, right? They're talking about black people, they're talking about everybody. And it's horrible.
So this is exactly what I mean when I say that black people live rent-free in people's brains, because this is insane. So the Secretary of Miami-Dade County's GOP started a group chat for conservative students. Within just 3 weeks, it was filled with the N-word, Nazi rhetoric, and dozen ways of how to violently kill people who look like me. Crazy enough, the secretary started this, and his name is Abel Alexander Carvajal, and he's a second-year law student at Florida International University. He started this after Charlie Kirk's death. And which black people had nothing to do with, by the way. But he started it, and black people starting to get a bunch of hate in these group chats. And not just that, other people who were involved were Ian Valdez, for example. He's the president of FIU's chapter of Turning Point USA. He was also saying a bunch of disgusting and disturbing things.
And these are future politicians and things of that nature. These are people who aspire to be in charge of things. You get what I'm saying? Things that can impact your life negatively. And this is how they feel about us.
This is what I mean when I say that we live rent free. We can literally not be involved with something and somehow we're inserted. And not just that, this just further proves my point that just because people are people of color, it does not mean that they are aligned with us or relate to us, because these people are on the opposite side. They are more aligned with whiteness and white supremacy than they are with trying to come together. And these are brown people. These were mostly brown people talking about people who like
they think they white, dude.
Insane. But yeah, that's what happened. We live rent free.
I want to ask a question to all of the Cubans in Miami. Most of y'all look like me, if not lighter, with green eyes or blue eyes. With that being said, when I visited Havana, something that I noticed was that most people living in Havana are unambiguously black, darker than me, and I mean unambiguously black. So when y'all are advocating for the free use of the N-word, are y'all also advocating for sanctions to be lifted on the people who are actively living in Cuba now? Or are y'all only using the privilege that you genuinely...
But if we're going to use your law...
Yeah, man, that video cut off before she could finish her point. But y'all see the point, man. Listen, bro, everybody not your friend. And I ain't saying everybody's your enemy, but, man, you got to be careful of who you are allowing into your life, because they may not mean no good for you, bro. I'm dead ass serious, man. You might think you have a friend in somebody, and then when shit hits the fan, they ain't going to be nowhere to be found. Houdini, where am I? But look, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one.
Hype me